Hello everyone, this is my BMW 335D. I am Brad Tort, I am the owner of this, and I'm also the one who built this whole entire car from start to finish. So it started out as a 328i all-wheel drive. I converted it to a 335D, which is the M57 diesel. America never got the 335D wagon version, but we did get a 335D sedan version. So basically what I did is I took the engine, the transmission, the drivetrain, and the complete, not only the engine wiring harness, but the whole entire body wiring harness from a 335D sedan, and I implanted it pretty much into this wagon. And unfortunately for me, it's up for sale now because I'm getting married here soon. So my toy that I built, my favorite car, has to go up for sale. So I got other things to pay for, unfortunately, like a wedding. But this thing is pretty much as mint as it can get. So underneath the hood here, we have, like I said, the M57. Straight six bi-turbo or twin. It's not a twin turbo, it's pretty much like a sequential turbo setup here. So here's the small one right here, and down below that's the big one right here. It has hybrid turbos on it, which they are highly modified by a guy of Pro Turbo who is in Finland. So he modified them. There's Colt cams underneath here, full stepped intercooler, cold air intake. I mean, there's a lot that I've done to this that I probably can't name off right now. There's a R90 fuel pump in there, which is a bigger fuel pump. It's a CP3 pump. But basically, this has everything you need to go fast and be completely reliable. I think I daily driven it I bought it with 201,000 miles on it. Let's see how many miles are on it right now. There's 213,000 on it right now. So I put about 12,000 miles of daily driving this car by myself, going anywhere, going to the grocery store. And it is crazy fast too. It has around 450 horsepower and 730 foot-pounds of torque, and that is at the crank, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, you put anyone in the passenger seat and they have no idea what to expect because it's a wagon. Like, it's such a sleeper, and that's exactly what I was going for. I had the brakes power code too, so you kind of get that little flash to it, but other than that, it's a complete subtle vehicle. I mean, it's practical too. You could stretch 40 miles per gallon on the highway with this vehicle, but driving around town, I get probably 480, 500 miles on a tank of fuel on this. So I mean, it's an awesome vacation vehicle. You go anywhere, you get great fuel economy. It's cool. It's a wagon. Here's the back trunk area. So you could pop this one open, or you could pop the bottom open. But I mean, look at all this room you got. So, and that's awesome. You fold the seats down. If you have a dog, you could put the dog net up and put your dog back here. Or you could even lay the seats down, and this hooks onto the back of the seats, and you could put the dog net up in the front here, so you could have this whole room for your dog. I don't have a dog, but I mean, it's still a cool feature if for the next owner, if they have a dog. But this is completely original interior for 215,000 miles on it. I am technically the third owner. There's two other owners, what they are dealerships, so that doesn't really count if you look at the Carfax, but I am the third owner, and the previous two owners have taken great care of this thing. So this is literally the original seat. Yes, there is some wear and tear right here, but I mean, for 215,000 miles, it's mint. It's a sport seat too. Has memory on here, lumbar, and this right here also comes in too. So I installed this as a split armrest. Comes out. Oh, what else did I do? I did so much to this thing. Put a steering wheel on. This was built in the Ukraine. And then I added the DCT paddles right here. It has a nice firm feel to it. And then I painted those too because I'm weird like that. So it has, you know, yellow brake accents. And then you have this yellow accent. The start button is a yellow accent that I added. I actually wrapped the center ring of it. I also wrapped the interior trim in carbon fiber. I did that myself too. Pretty much everything on this car I did. So it is, if anyone has any questions, I know this car like the back of my hand. And I have absolutely nothing to hide on this thing. It's a great daily driver. And I mean, you could do anything you want with it. I mean, that's what's awesome with the diesel. It's super reliable. You get great fuel economy. It's super tame down low. It's not low-B like, you know, a high horsepower, you know, V8 engine is. It's super tame when you want it to be. And then you could get on the fuel or the gas pedal and just go like a bat out of hell. So here, we'll do a walk around on the exterior really quick here. Close everything. So here, the back seat, this is literally original. Saddle brown interior. I mean, it's about the only imperfection on the interior is the driver's seat where it's worn through, and then right here. Other than that, I mean, this thing's mint, and that's exactly why I bought it in a 328 version, because it's very hard to find a E91 wagon in the States, and it's also even more rare to find a sport package and then saddle brown with white, which is exactly what I wanted. But yeah, we have Harman Kardon on the inside here. I mean, I'm going to miss the vehicle. But so let me talk about exterior mods I did. Front bumper is an aftermarket M Sport front bumper, and the only reason why I went with aftermarket is you have no side marker reflector right there, which I like. It gives it that European look to it. So when I bought the car, it has comfort windshield is what they call it, and it's actually an infrared windshield. It has that purplish hue to it, which I think it just adds class to the vehicle. And then I also have 50% tint, which is awesome for driving at night. You don't get people with their blinding headlights coming at your face. And you can also see too. I believe I have 15% on the side, just nice, and I'm a tint guy, so it looks awesome. So it's 15 all the way around and then 50 on the front. And I don't have really any issues with it whatsoever. So, imperfections on the outside. Okay, starting with the front bumper. Down here, so there's a clear bra on the front bumper, 3M. And then there is some little chips right here where, you know, rock chips, whatever, got past the clear bra and chipped it up. So I touched up with some paint there. I mean, there's just right here, there's some, you know, chips that happen there. No big deal. It doesn't really bother me. The bottom line, it's a daily driver, you know. There's a clear bra on the fender and the hood here. Right here, you can see the line there, and that's just to protect the hood. Clear bra on the mirror caps, and that is it with the clear bra. What do I know? Oh, so as far as repaint on this car, the front bumper was obviously brand new. The rear bumper was brand new that I bought. I repainted both of those, and when I got it, this fender was repainted. And the only reason I could tell on that was if you pop the hood, it's shiny right here, and it's not supposed to be shiny, but it is still an OEM bumper or an OEM fender. And that's not supposed to be shiny right there. This is kind of dull, so that's how I know that fender has been repainted. I also worked in a body shop for 7 years, so I could tell anything that's been repainted on any vehicle. So, but other than that, it has a clean Carfax. There is not any sort of damage on the Carfax, so I'm sure someone had a scratch on it or something weird to where they had to repaint it. Probably because the guy was particular about the car, judging on how clean and well taken care of this vehicle was when I bought it. Exterior, so we got M Sport on the front, M Sport on the rear. There's a diffuser down here that I installed. It's by Diffusers and More. I just kind of added that as a subtle little something to pop on the rear end, and it does. I think it looks good. You could take it off if you want, the next owner can, but I like it. So this is an OEM rear end sport. There is 1, 2, 3 chips here, and that was from my friend. He dropped something on my bumper, so thank you, friend. But it is what it is. Like I said, daily driver. This I deleted. I think it looks cool. The rear wiper I deleted. So in order to pop this, you press this button right here. This goes up, so you can still get stuff in here. And then you pop this to open up the rest. But super clean in here. On the rear hatch, this is the one and only rust spot on the whole entire car. If you could see, it's somewhat rusted right here. I have no idea. Well, I think what it's from is this bracket right here. This bracket between here and here, maybe dissimilar metals, some sort of rusting going on there, or this like chafing against the metal to where it caused some rust spot. I think that's kind of common on the E91s, but I'm not too sure. I wasn't too worried about that because one, it's not affecting really much out here. And then the other thing is, this is actually still covered under BMW rust protection. So if I really wanted to make a fuss about it, I could go to BMW and get that taken care of and have them fix that. Back here, these are the adjustments for the coilovers. So left gets soft and then right gets hard. So I think I have it, well, I was probably showing someone and set it to all the way hard, but I usually set it 6 clicks in. I believe it's 32 adjustable valve, and these are Öhlins coilovers, which I have never been a fan of coilovers, but I do want to say this is the best riding coilover system I have ever had on any vehicle. It's smooth, it's comfortable, it's tight when you want it to be, and then you can make it harder or softer depending on if you want to go to the track or do whatever you want to do. Under here you have storage, which I keep my amp in there, trailer wiring harness, and this is actually the hidden 2-inch ball for the back of this. So I have towed a couple things with it, mostly light duty stuff. I do have a 6x10 trailer that I put on a couple times, but this thing can handle it. It's the same drivetrain as the X5. Absolutely identical to the X5, other than it doesn't have X-Drive. Okay, what else? These are European taillights, so they have the amber turning signals in it. So when I bought the car, that was out of it. So I'm like, it's cheaper to buy European ones. So I put those on, and it's European, it's cool, it's different. So this is about the only dent or imperfection on the whole entire vehicle as far as on the metal. I just touched up with paint. If I wanted to, I could have it fixed, but like I said, it doesn't really bother me. Daily driver. The roof is pretty much dent free. I think there was a couple small, I don't know if you could see it, there was a very small dent in the rear on the roof somewhere. Maybe you could see it in the video. I'm not really looking for it that hard, but I mean, other than that, so after I built this car, I had it fully buffed and ceramic coated too, and that was by Red's Detailing in Georgia, which in Georgia, I built the car in Georgia, so at 2 My Euro, I actually worked for them for a whole year as lead mechanic there. So when I was working in the daytime, I would work in the daytime, you know, get my 40 hours in, and then after work, I would work on this. And so it was my baby for spent 1 month building it and swapping everything over, and then, you know, keep adding stuff as I went down the road. But no, this thing it's awesome. It's going to be sad to let it go. If anyone has any questions, just either put in the comments here on Bring a Trailer or on YouTube. You could also direct message me on Facebook. I'm on the North American BMW Facebook page a lot. That's about it on the whole car. Maybe I'll do a little startup for you guys. I got a low battery, that's why that comes on. My key fob. But yeah, it's a diesel, 100%. Diesel. Thank you for watching this long 16-minute video. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, just ask me and I'll be able to take care of it. Thank you. Have a good day.